Hello, this is wmpyr here to show you guys the new Lapu Corto knife. This was sent to me last year by Professor Bram Frank and has easily become one of my favorite knives of all time. And let me show you why. One of the things right here is this blade shape. They have other models with other blade shapes. To be honest, I like them all, but this one right here exceptionally stands out to me. One of the things about this is the Spearpoint blade shape, and this is an homage to the original gunting that was made back in the day. The gunting knife was made by Spyderco, and that thing sported this right here, the Spearpoint blade shape. And to me, it was a fascinating knife that I would go on the internet and I would just read about over and over, and I just really couldn't get enough of, and I drool at the pictures and stuff. So I'm so glad that they brought this blade shape back because I think it looks, not only does it look really, really cool, I believe that it's extremely functional. First of all, the blade edge on the bottom, that's not a terribly difficult design to use. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, very simple as far as knife goes. The top here, the spine side is unique. You have like this, I don't know if I'd call that a swedge, but it definitely tapers up at the top while still having an area right here that is wide, hence the name, the spear point. Because that's the difference between a spear and, like, let's say a stake, is that the spear, it gets kind of wide right there where the blade edge is. So for thrusting and stabbing type, you keep the wound channel nice and large, so that does sound kind of brutal, but if you're into like medieval knights and stuff, man, and all that kind of stuff, swords and armory and stuff, it's some cool stuff, right? And then up here, this is the part that I like so much, that groove. That shape is very cool, but it's functional because when you're moving limbs out of the way, you're going to see that limbs it just falls right into that area to help you hook and move. And it has jimping on there to help you secure it, and also deflection, using it for deflection and stuff. This is a very, very nice groove. Really, really like that very much. Of course, we have the pistol-shaped handle. The shape is you can see the fingers just kind of roll right onto it. I like the handle very, very much. The handle's extra long. That's another thing I like. It's about 5 inches while the blade is only 3 inches. And I like that. I really like that. I think for a lot of people, they kind of, maybe that concept is a little new for them, but for me, this handle is very, very nice. The extra 5 inches, because now you got areas to hook with down here. It makes striking a little bit easier that way, and you can see that it's reinforced down there. And then the liners have teeth. So if you've never felt anything like this before, it's an interesting feeling because when you grip it, it grips back. Of course, we got the finger grooves. And then, of course, the pistol shape, it helps for deployment, but also like when you're stabbing and stuff, the leverage that you get is very, very nice from the pistol shape. And the grooves right here, this is G10. It's just, you don't feel like it's going to fall out of your hand. It feels really, really solid in the hand. You could choke down, actually, this way and have some more length, more reach, but it still feels very solid. I like that a lot. And then, of course, we have the 2 circles right here for indexing purpose. All that is it just helps your fingers identify that to help you grip switch easier. That's what that's there for, to help you feel that groove right there and help you grip switch like so, So this knife has a whole lot of features like that, And then right here, this is the puzzle lock that's feels extremely solid. It might look like a liner lock on the top, but it's called a puzzle lock, and the design is different. I've seen the blueprints. I'm not a professional knife designer, so it's or even an amateur one, let's say, but Yeah, even for someone like me, the design, it makes sense. It looks very, very strong, and I can go, oh yeah, that looks solid, you know. So anyway, here it is in the closed position, and you can see the pocket clip right here. And the idea here is that it's going to sit high in your pocket like a sword. You know, you got all this area to grab onto and take it out as fast as you can. You know, just like a sword. You know, samurai sword on the waist. And when you do, you take it out, and the idea is to use it closed because this thing is like a yawara stick or a kubotan on steroids. You can strike with here. You can drill that in and cause pain. You can scrape with it, which causes a tremendous amount of pain. And then with a reinforced butt end right here, you can use that for striking also. This area here and this area here can be used for scraping. So once again, it is a yawara stick kubotan on steroids. And the idea here is you just, you know, because it sits high, you get this, you can't miss it. Pull it out, use it closed. Don't worry about the blade or anything like that. And then if you do end up in court, you could explain to the judge, I used this as an impact weapon. I was trying to, you know, handle the situation non-violently as much as I can, you know, using this as a non-lethal impact tool. But the situation got worse. The guy was threatening my life, and you know, I had no choice. I had to deploy the blade. So you can see when you deploy the blade, you know, the ramp is very nice to make sure that you are able to deploy it, no problem. And also, that's the idea. You take it out like this, and now when you need to go and use the blade, you can use this area to hook onto things. And that's part of the fun, is trying to figure out what can I hook onto this. Your own piece of clothing, their piece of clothing, their limbs. And if you want to be extra mean, you could hook on collarbone, ear, lip, nostril, things like that. Furniture, even like a branch, a tree or something, you could hook on that, and then the faster you pull, the faster it's going to deploy the blade. So there you go. It has excellent design for being able to open like that in middle of combat. And you know, once again, the idea is to use it as an impact tool first and foremost. So you're essentially getting two tools in one. Use it as a non-lethal impact tool, and then when you got no alternative, here is your nice blade right there to help you take care of the job. So anyway, I am really blown away by this knife. To me, it's a gorgeous knife, and you know, I just feel very happy to be able to show you guys the LLC Spearpoint. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.